Colin Farrell, how are you keeping today?
I'm well. Yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good man.
Right, loved this film. Absolutely loved it. Came out of it, told everyone, absolutely loved it.
Thanks.
Asterisk, someone said, would you recommend it? That's a different question.
It is a different question. yeah, it depends. There's a follow-up question there, which, well, what are you looking for when you go to the cinema?
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah.
I guess the same thing for you. Like when you read the script first, what was your reaction? Because when I came out, I was like,
same as yours. I want to do it, but I'm not sure if I'd recommend it to any other actor. That's just self-interest speaking. I felt it was a brilliant piece of writing. I feel it is a brilliant piece of writing. I think the worlds that Efthymis, who is Yorgos's co-writer, and Yorgos create are astonishing in their precision and in their depth of philosophical quandary, and at the same time they stay away from having any detectable perspective. I don't know what Yorgos's ideology or philosophy is. I couldn't tell you whether he thinks that coupling is a good thing and we must all couple, or singledom should be honoured and we should be, I couldn't, from watching The Lobster or reading The Lobster. I know he's married and happily married, but he's certainly not against it. And I think that's how Yorgos respects his audience. He puts forth these set of extraordinary and at times disturbing circumstances, and yet he allows the audience to come to their own decisions as to what they're seeing and what's right, what's wrong, what's moral, what's immoral. But I was disturbed, having read the script. I really was, at the end of it. And at the end of this film, I was like, I was in a funk. Spade a spade.
A surgeon never kills a patient. An anesthesiologist can kill a patient, but a surgeon never can.
From, like, when I was in the audience, there was parts of the film where I was the only person laughing.
Yeah.
And there was parts where I was, like, I had my hand over my mouth covered in horror, and there was other people laughing during those scenes. Like, how do you deliver individual scenes when it could be, as you said, it's one thing to one person.
I mean, there is a world where you could put a camera on the audience and you could do a sociological or psychological study on the audience members, and you could go, okay, who laughed at what moment, and you could do a study of that character of that person, or their psychological state of being, based on what moments they found funny or what moments they found horrific. I mean, there really is. Why you would do that, I don't know, that'd be interesting, actually.
Really
if you had some money to spend and some time to waste. But no, it's people that I've spoken to have felt guilty for the moments that they've laughed in the film, because it's all really serious stuff that's happening in the film. It's very consequential stuff. There are lives at stake. There are fatal conditions that are being lived through and experienced brutally by two children in the film. It's a cruel tale of retribution and a cruel tale of self-interest, ultimately. I think a lot of Yorgos's, I'm talking now, a lot of his stories exist around self-interest. Like, there's a scene in The Lobster where a couple of the characters go to the hotel manager's room, and they threaten to shoot the guy who's the hotel manager, and he says something about his wife to get them off him and to shoot his wife instead. And then they showed that there was no bullet in the gun, and they were doing it to show the wife that nobody cares about anyone, really. And in this film, the level of self preservation in this film.
Yeah.
Like Nicole saying to me, I think maybe we should
pick one or the other one. Yeah.
It's like, whoa, my God, like, it's brutal. It's so disturbing, and yet it is kind of funny.
It is inexplicably funny.
And it's just, I think, to be honest with you, it's just far enough removed, detached from reality, that we're just about given license to laugh. Not that I'm the laugh police and tell people what's appropriate and inappropriate, but we're just about giving enough room, but not enough room to laugh without feeling somehow responsible in a bad way for it.
Well, it isn't the first film in your career where, something really darkly funny has happened and the audience has felt terrible about it, because I have to ask you about In Bruges, because it's coming up to 10 years now.
Is it really 10 years?
10 years this January.
Is it?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Where are we going, man?
We should have a massive reunion screening in Dublin anyway.
In Dublin, not in Bruges.
No.
Shithole.
10 years on, what is your favourite memory or quote or anything from filming that film?
Oh boy, I don't know. I suppose 10 years on, apart from it being the first of two films I did with Martin and loving Martin as much as I do, working with Brendan as closely as I got to work with Brendan, honestly, was the thing that stays with me to this day. And how much, I haven't seen Brendan in 2 or 3 years, but I just adore the man. I just think he's brilliant as an actor, but even more impressive as a human being. And so that was the best part of it, genuinely, for me, was having, grown up seeing a certain amount of Brendan's work, but then working with him and just loving that. Yeah, that was a special time. That was kind of depressing to do as well. I mean, we had a lot of laughs on it, but essentially I was playing a character who was, you know, suicidal and had a lot of blood in his hands and a lot of guilt in his heart. But yeah, it was a special time.
Well, people love that film, Colin.
Yeah,
thank you so much
lovely.
for telling me today.
Thanks, man.
Boom, boom, we can light it up, 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 so they can put it out, out, out.